Job hunt and mining information video. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we are going to do a job hunt and we are also going to have a look at what's happening in the industry. So first, instead of having a look at our mining truck on Seek, we will go over and have a look at the prices to start with. So gold's well over $5,000 an ounce, so that's where all the jobs are. Copper's dropped a little bit, it's still over $14,000 a tonne, but it's still nice and high. Iron ore's under 100 and coal is around 103. So there are still lots of jobs around, but it's all about copper and gold. The coal and iron ore side of things, a lot of the iron ore has gone driverless and coal's very iffy around the place at that price, unfortunately. So this is a map with all the gold and copper mines around the country that are looking for people, and if we type underground into Seek, you will see all these jobs come up, and there are lots. And if you go through, you'll see that the words come through: trainee and entry level. Nipper and truck are all entry level. They want experienced people, but the reality of the situation is that anybody with 12 months truck driving experience doesn't want to be a truck driver anymore on an underground site. They want to be service crew or post crew because it pays 30 or 40 grand a year more. But as you can see, and you go through, you'll see a lot of entry-level jobs in here for the underground because that's where they need people. So you can type underground into Seek and you can look for yourself, and you can go through there. And then if we go over to the next one, which is mining civil, and we have a look through mining civil, you can see there's a trainee explosives operator role, but there's not any real trainee plant operator roles. Most of the plant operator roles in here, you're going to need at least 12 months to 2 years or more experience on there. So just have a look at this water cart operator job. If you come down here and you have a look, they actually want a minimum of 2 years experience. And the reason that they can get away with doing that at the moment is because unfortunately the civil side of things and the shutdown side of things have taken a hit with the downturn in lithium and nickel, and a lot of it's just being put back into care and maintenance, which means they've got an oversupply of experienced people. And this is what happened in the production mining side of things with Hard Rock Underground in 2014, 15 and 16. You know, you instead of having entry-level nipper jobs, you had nipper jobs where they wanted 3 to 5 years experience underground just to get a nipper's job. And the same thing's happening in the civil construction and the shutdown side of things at the moment. Because the work's contracted that much, everybody wants experienced people because they've got the choice. And it's the same thing with the shutdown trade assistant. So, you know, the job that I've got loaded up here is shutdown trade assistant, and you know they want a minimum of 2 to 5 years experience in the role. And the reason that they're asking for those sort of experience levels is because the work's halved and the employers can get away with it, and that's what they do when this happens in mining all the time. So the point behind this video is just to allow you to go through and have a look for yourself. So just type, you know, civil in and mining shutdown work in, and have a look for yourself and see how many entry-level jobs you can find in here for shutdown and civil. And there aren't many. Most of them, they want a lot of experience. Whereas if you go over to the underground side of things, you know, there's entry-level jobs left, right and centre. It's all about going where the jobs are for entry-level people at the moment and giving them what they want, somebody that knows how it all works. And with what we do, the easiest way to do that with underground is to do one of our packages and learn how it all works so you can know for yourself. This is what I was talking about with the BHP with Nickel West, that you can type it into Google yourself. They shut it down in October last year. It's probably going to fire back up in the end of 2026 or early 2027, but until then, you know, it was a massive downturn, and one of the big things was that this was all supposed to be rebuilt. So they had a big contract that was supposed to start around this time, that was supposed to go for 18 months or 2 years, and the problem with that was that because BHP was going to do that and rebuild the nickel smelter in Kalgoorlie, nobody else bothered planning any work, because nobody wanted to have happen what happened with the oil refineries back in the mid-2000s. So from 2012 to 2018, when everybody was competing for labour and they were paying TAs $180,000 a year just to do a basic job. Nobody wants that anymore on this side of things in the shutdown and the civil, where you're actually going and building stuff. So because BHP had that on the cards and they had all their labour organised and all that sort of stuff, nobody planned anything. So for the next sort of 18 months, there's not a real lot planned, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on the mining civil side of things and the mining shutdown side of things. It's going to put a hell of a lot of pressure on that side of the industry for those that are in the industry looking for work. I know that since Nickel West has been shut down, or that's all been cancelled, we at least get 3 or 4 people that have got TA experience sending us an email looking for a new TA job or looking for a job. If you are a person in that category and you've got some TA experience, my suggestion would be to pivot into the hard rock underground, sign up for the training, educate yourself, make the changes to your resume, and go and get yourself one of the many underground jobs that are around at the moment, because there are lots and they are all over the country. So I hope you found that information helpful. It's a bit of a shorter video today. I just really wanted to concentrate on what's going on in the industry. So, shutdown and civil, it's taken a hit because of what's gone on with lithium and nickel, whereas the hard rock underground, because of the really strong copper and gold price, is just going crazy with jobs. So it's really important that you're looking in the right area if you want to get a start in the industry, because if you're looking in civil and shutdown work, you're probably wasting your time, or if you do manage to get yourself a job, you'll be extremely lucky, because that's not where the majority of the jobs are. So if you've got any more questions about the industry, please send them through, and if you could share this information around and like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.